Hello friends, this is Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and today I'm going to tell you everything that you need to know about farming Ewoks up until the C-3PO event. Now, there's a lot of information that's going out right now. There's a lot of people who've already given up hope. They're like, Ewoks are the worst faction. Why have I ever spent time or energy in them? I don't even want C-3PO. My advice to you is just be patient and let's see what comes. But as always, prepare for the worst, but hope for the best, right? And it just makes sense. We are speculating like crazy because the Chewbacca legendary event was redonkulously tough. We all really struggled with it, and it was very challenging. However, if you remember from the Chewbacca event, there was a way to work around it. There was a way to get Chewbacca without throwing Zetas on everyone, without having the best and newest bounty hunters available. So keep that in mind while you're farming the Ewoks. You may not need all of the best Ewoks. There are four Ewok characters that have Zetas on them. You may not need all four characters Zeted. You may not need any of them Zeted. That is a possibility. We don't know. It's not probable in my opinion. I do think you're going to need at least one, and I'll talk about which one that's going to be here in a little bit. Really, guys, the important thing to remember is there's not going to be one way to skin this Ewok. Keep that in mind as you are preparing. You don't need to have everyone maxed out, geared out, so on and so forth. There's going to be ways to do it without the best and the brightest. I'm going to rank the Ewoks by what I think the order of importance is. Since we don't know what the event is going to look like, it is very possible that there will be a few different ways to skin this Ewok event. That being said, the two leadership abilities that you're going to want to focus on, Chief Chirpa first and foremost. And if you can throw a Zeta on him, that's where you want to throw the Zeta on him. His Zetable ability, his leadership ability, is by far the best leadership ability amongst the Ewoks. T-Bow's is solid in Rancor. It's great in Rancor, especially if you're a new player. He's an easy farm. T-Bow is a great and easy farm. T-Bow was one of the first characters that I 7-starred. I like T-Bow. I love T-Bow. His leadership ability may not be the most effective for this event, but we don't know. Next, I think Wicket Omega'd, completely Omega'd out is going to be an important factor. Wicket is your damage dealer. He's a solid damage dealer. He grants stealth. He's great. He calls in assists. He's a wonderful character. He is going to be the character that I actually put a Zeta on if I need to put a Zeta on other characters. I have a Zeta on Chirpa. It's been great. I like Wicket's Zeta because it allows additional protection and health up for all Ewoks when he does a critical hit. I'm going to mod him out so that he gets tons of crit hits, right? And he helps a lot, so it works out great. The Ewoks all help a lot, so it works out great. Next, I think Logray and Poplu are the next two characters. I don't personally think you're going to need both. I think you're going to be able to get away with one or the other. A lot of people are saying Poplu is the Dengar of this event. Now, if you remember Dengar from the Chewbacca event, you kind of had to have him if your abilities were weaker. If you had to have him if your bounty hunter faction wasn't great. If you don't have Poplu, Poplu is the tank, right? If you don't have Poplu, I don't think you're going to have as big of a problem as everyone's making it out to be. I think if you look back at the Chewbacca event, leading up to it in July, Dengar was the monthly login character. December, the monthly login character is Ewok Scout. That could be a red herring. They could just be throwing us off the trail, but they do have patterns in this game, and that could definitely be one of them. And I think that you're going to be okay with Ewok Scout. Now, Ewok Elder and Ewok Scout are my next two. I think that they are very valuable. I think they are the two characters that you're going to want to have in the game during this event. I'm going to start off with a Chief Chirpa lead, Ewok Elder, Ewok Scout, Wicket, and possibly low gray or Poplu. Depending, I might switch that around. I might throw Tebow in as a leadership and as a leader. Then I'll do Ewok Scout, low gray Poplu, and quite possibly Wicket. Now, there's a lot of synergy with stealth there. It'll really depend. I want to try both of those combinations out. I'm not sure how this event will play out. The most important piece of advice I have when it comes to the Ewoks, especially for this event, is get them to as high a star level as possible. If you have 5 that are already 7-star, focus on those 5 and just try and try and try until the gods of RNG bless you. If you have multiple characters that are 7-star, multiple Ewoks like me that have all of your Ewoks are 7-star, get them to at least gear level 10. Moving from gear level 10 to 12, continue to gear, but don't put that gear on them, right? Look at SWGOH.com or .gg. Look at StarWarsLife. Look at all the different levels, different places that you can find gear guides for these characters. Then the day of the event, give it a go. Try it out. Now, hold on to your purple mats, your omega mats, your zetas, because you may not need to use them. Use them strategically only after you've tested the waters. It is okay to fail the first 5 or 10 times during the event before you start throwing on a ton of different abilities, a ton of different gear pieces. You don't have to do that. Let it play out. Watch some videos. Come to my channel. Go to other YouTubers. Find out what you need to make this work. Try different things out. Look for alternatives before you start throwing your gear, especially if you are a free-to-play player. If you're pay-to-play, you're just going to start buying everything now and you're going to be good by then. But if you're free-to-play, that is going to be a huge challenge between now and the event. Get as high as you can in the arena, save up as many crystals as you possibly can while farming, and I know that's difficult. Keep in mind, guys, that we don't know what the event's going to look like. We don't know if this is going to be as difficult as the Chewbacca event. No YouTuber is going to be able to say you're going to have an easy time or you're going to have a hard time without specifically looking at your individual crew and without even knowing what the event looks like yet. That being said, guys, don't give up. Be patient. Grind on the Ewoks a little bit appropriately and give it a shot. I think that it's possible. The C-3PO is going to be a great character. I really do. I really think he's going to be a great character. And I do think that he's going to be more beneficial than to factions than just, I really do. I don't think there'd be any possible way that they'd introduce a C-3PO that would benefit just Ewoks. I'd love it, but it'd piss off the rest of the community. But keep those things in mind, guys. We don't know yet. So don't write yourself off just yet. Get your Ewoks to 7-star. Get at least 5. I do think that this is going to be a challenge. I think it's going to be a huge struggle for a number of people. But I also think it's going to be worth it. I really, really do. Because as I mentioned, as I speculated in the video that I launched this morning, which was infuriating because moments later, literally moments later, you know, all of this information dropped. And I'm like, it was frustrating to say the least. We don't know what to expect. Plan for the worst, hope for the best, and pray to the gods of RNGesus that you do well. I love the Ewoks. I'm excited that they're getting some love. I'm very, very stoked for that. This, I think, is going to be a lot of fun. The 4 things you need to keep in mind before I go, guys. The Ewok strengths are turn meter gain, turn meter reduction, health buffs, and then those buffs get spread around. They are fast. Speed is crucial. Keep that in mind while you're gearing and modding these characters. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy. Like, subscribe, share. Check us out on the Discord page. Check out the links below if you feel like subscribing or if you feel like donating to the channel, because 'tis the season. And as always, my friends, stay nerdy.